Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Why the hell do I watch this girl with a big face shout at me all the time? I don't know why. Maybe it's love for me or self-loathing for yourself. In any case, I thank you for doing it. All 12 of you. Even though I know that my cyber audience is grossly made up of my mother and family pushing the video over and over and hitting refresh, repeat. And then they stop watching, like after the first time. They just put it on silent and just say, oh yeah, refresh that so she can, poor thing, needs an ego boost. So yeah, anyway, I'm thankful you guys do that. Even though you were, not watching and pushing the repeat button. Also, yeah, maybe also there are some family members who watch just so that they can thumb down the video. And to them I say, I have another finger for you. And it won't be pointing down. I was thinking a lot about sharks today, and they're often on my mind. It's not something like peculiar. If you're like, oh, why would you think of sharks? Nothing triggered it. I just think of them often. I used to have a huge phobia from sharks. Like, sharks are just so scary. And in case you're ever like, oh my god, I know how to get to her, like I'm gonna go and like dump her in a thing of sharks and she's gonna like freak and oh my god, no, like I've gotten over that fear. I went face to face with a shark, or face to fin with one, because I just always, I don't know, whenever I'm swimming, I can't swim with my eyes closed because I believe that if I swim with my eyes closed, I'm just gonna swim and shark. Eat. That's it. That's how I me swim. That's I just imagine that happening. But I have gotten over that fear. But if you like now, I have like a different fear. I have like this real horrible phobia of having like loads and loads and loads of money. So like if you ever want to get back at me, like that's a way. Like probably should just yeah, that's it. And also like cars, especially like the fancy ones like the Aston Martin and like Ferraris and like limited like type cars and stuff. Oh yeah, those freak me out. So if you ever want to get back to me, like might buy me a car, like that would, I don't know why I'm giving away all these secrets of how to scare the hell out of me. Anyway, yeah, sharks, so that's what I was talking about. They do concern me. They're magnificent creatures to look at through an extremely thick barrier of glass that is hopefully bulletproof and shark tooth proof. Or on a plasma screen TV where you're very far away. But really, I was like so afraid of sharks, and I had this belief that, and I still kind of do that. Like my destiny, like the way I will go, is that a shark is gonna eat me. I'm just gonna go to the ocean and go like, no, I'm not one of those people who are gonna get, and yeah, guess what? You are now lunch meat. And it can be great. Like, I don't know, I watch documentaries and things on people who go swimming with sharks and get attacked and stuff, and yeah, when you come back from it, you're like, yeah, all I did was like lose a finger, or I no longer have legs or something like that. But they say that sharks generally don't like to eat human meat, and I imagine that that's probably true. I think that if a shark has to eat us, it's pretty damn desperate, and it's like the bottom of the food chain. Like, it would be like the equivalent of us, like humans, eating like crappy, horrific, fast foods that are super greasy and disgusting, and other sharks would make fun. They go, what's that? Come here, come over. Sharky, get over here. What's that? I saw you did. You did. You ate it. No, I did. What you talk? What is that? Was that a bikini string? Did you just? Oh my God! You flossed your teeth with a bikini string? No, it was no seaweed. Just a little bit. Oh, really? Pink seaweed? Okay, yeah, no, you ate a human. I didn't, it was just, okay. I had nothing else. I was out in the wild for so long that I was so hungry. I ate a human. Because we're just that disgusting. Like, if they don't like it, like, I can't ever imagine being like, I cannot stand this taste but I'm going to eat it anyway. So they must be like super desperate if they ever eat us. Like, you disgust us, you ate a shark. How could you? And like, sharks are generally like, you know, like I said, magnificent, gorgeous sharks, and rather lovely. The teeth, oh, the huge teeth. I mean, like, shark without teeth would probably be like thark or something, because you couldn't say sh because you don't have teeth, so you're a thark or a park. I don't know how you say it without teeth, but like, no, seriously, like, I think, like, if there was, I just think they're such magnificent creatures, but like, you know, there's just such a dangerous trap on one end, and I would just like, if they didn't have teeth, it would be, you know, I guess it would be a dolphin. Well, no, because dolphins have snouts. It would be like, I don't know, well, it wouldn't be a shark now, would it? And yeah, that is really scary. But I did want to overcome this fear, come over this fear, and overcome this fear. And so I did actually go swimming with a shark. Now, one time I went jet skiing. First time ever. It was a 2-seater jet ski. Somebody was in front, I was in the back, and the jet ski kind of tipped. I fell over, and I looked at him like, oh my God, I was Jesus on water. Like, I was like, get me out of here. I've seen a shark. But it was a kind of like a beige color one, almost like a cardboard box color. And I just remember looking at it. I don't remember the teeth. I remember it kind of had it actually looked like it was smiling. I was like, oh my God, it is so excited to eat me. I was like, get me out of here. I was so scared. Everyone was like, you idiot. It was probably a tuna or something. I was like, I knew what a shark. It had the deep sunken in eyes. I stared it in the face, in the one eye, because I couldn't see both because it was so wide. But it wasn't huge. It was not like as you see in the TVs or whatever on Jaws. Oh my God, did you know in that movie that the actor got bit by a shark and she's screaming? Actually broke her pelvic bone, and her screams were real. Oh goodness. And she just continued acting. That is dedication. Or I think they put that cut in the movie, even though maybe she wasn't acting. She was like, no, get me the hell out of here. Yeah. It wasn't the shark, obviously, the bitter, but it was like the clampy thing that pretended to be like shark teeth that actually broke her. Goodness gracious, they are dangerous even in pretend. So, lesson here. Anyway, so I was in the United Arab Emirates, and I was in, oh my God, I can't remember where I went shark diving. Yes, okay, anyway, so I went to the Middle East, and somewhere along that line, like, not to be racist, but somewhere there, I went shark diving. Someone just told me to shut the hell up. You shut your mouth up, the hell. Goodness, what? Oh, it's the voices in my head. No one said shut up, my bad. Yeah, so it's really late. It's like 2 in the morning. Yeah. But anyways, so I went and I swam with these sharks, and the guy told us that there are only like 2-meter long sharks, and not to worry, and they give us like feeding tools and everything. We're gonna go down and feed the sharks. And I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. So we go down, and there were cage options. I didn't want to go in a cage, claustrophobic. I was like, so I'm gonna get eaten by a shark. I'm claustrophobic in a little can that's gonna. I'm also, nobody is a fan of suffocation, like, unless it's of the erotic sort, but I don't know if you're. Anyways, yeah, I was like, yeah, those are too many things. Like, I'm going to suffocate. The weight on my back of diving under and having the oxygen tanks on your back already feels like my chest lungs are going to burst. Never mind getting into a cage, and then if I get trapped in there, and then the oxygen runs out and everything was like, oh my God. I was panicking, so I was just like, all right, just do it, get in, jump. Oh, it's great. Get back out, got the tank on, got the water, everything, got back in. And you have to take a class for this, but like, we, skip that part. So anyway, pretty dangerous stuff. So we go down, and there are sharks, and we dived with them, and they were pretty beautiful, and I couldn't believe it, and I was like, oh my God, my chest is probably beating so fast that it's going to squirt some blood out of my chest, and then they're going to sniff it, because like sharks come to blood. But we had these fishy things, like food and stuff, and feeding them on the stick, and I was like, oh, excuse me, scuba diving instructor person, shark diving guy, okay, so just the small sharks, is this like whole area just like small sharks? And he was like, no, there are like big sharks that are like further. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, and may I ask, what is preventing the larger sharks from coming over? Like, why is it just the baby ones that we're getting to feed? And he's like, oh, nothing. I was like, oh, how do you mean nothing? And he's like, no, nothing's preventing them to come over. I was like losing it. I was like screaming at it, but this all took place underwater, so I was like. Yeah, there was like nothing. It's like, oh, petrified underwater. Like all the options that you could die from underwater: drowning, suffocation, he's drowning, shark attack. I don't know. I'm having a heart attack. Like, oh, she had an attack underwater. Oh, shark, no heart. A heart attacked her. Yes, a heart. It came out of nowhere. It was like, oh, I am a human eating heart, and it was like attacking us. Yes, this is what I was like. I was like, are you kidding? There's nothing. He's like, yeah, well, like they don't generally, this is why we come down here. Like we've picked this place because this has like smaller zebra sharks or cheetah sharks. I don't know what the hell they were, but they were like small, like beigeish, grayish, brown ones, not very big. And we're like feeding them off. It's just under the stick, and it's not like you're like, oh, here, feed it. Like you have to clutch that thing. Oh my god! Because when it comes to grab its food, it's not like, oh, when you teach a puppy. I don't know if you could ever taught a puppy. You feed it something and it like tries to maul your hand. You teach it with gentle, so it goes to eat the treat, and then I'll be eating your whole hand off. Note to self, I must train dog to do that. At a later time, I won't do it on camera, obviously. Well, unless it's exciting. So yeah, it doesn't do that. It's just like I have, like its teeth are just, like we have ear to ear smiles, and they have like, I don't know, like eye to eye, just teeth. They're just all, and they're so big but magnificent. Again, like if you ever get to touch one, it's just so, oh my god. And I was always like, oh, if I ever go down, like, respect the boundaries. I always have this thing where I respect the boundaries of other animals and stuff like that within like limits. Obviously, like I don't, like I squish my cat and my dog and my horse again, and just, oh my god, get in there and squish her nostrils, and they probably don't like that. But what I mean is that, like, I always see these shows where they're like, oh, he got attacked by a tiger and his tiger ate him. I'm like, why the fuck did he have a tiger then? Like, it's not you, it's the tiger, poor tiger's fault. Why the hell did you have a tiger, And or if you go in, you've gone in. Like when I went into the shark to go shark diving, I had already made peace with I was like, okay, if I go down there and it's gonna eat me, I will say, please no, Mrs. or Mr. Shark. But if it does, then that's it. I went in there. I intruded on them. They didn't come. Like I wasn't laying here sitting in my living room and a shark just freaking swam up. Obviously there's no water here, so how would it? But if it did, and so I'd be like, how could you? This shark, it attacked me. But like, I feel like when it's, just down there in the water and you've gone to their, world, and you're out there and you're feeling it, if you get ate by a shark or bit by one, it's not really the shark at fault. You went there. Suck it up. Don't go shark feeding if you're worried to get attacked by one, because they will most likely attack you. But anyway, when I was down there, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be one of those dumb people who like push back. But then I was like, no, I must kiss it. It was so soft and squishy and like untouchable. I was like, I must kiss it. So as they were swimming around, blah blah blah, and they do this thing where they bump you really hard with their noses, and that's just the way they like sense things. And the instructor told us that sometimes when people get bitten, like, oh, I was attacked by a shark, really you're just like, oh, what the heck is this, and kind of like nibbled on you. But of course, when you have like that many sharp teeth, a nibble mauls like half your body and leaves you with your interns going. Your internals. So yeah, they do tell you that. They do actually warn you. They're like, heads up, it it might nibble, or so it might bump you. Don't get like freaked out or pull away. That's when it's like, oh well, what is that? It's kind of like, it gets it excited. And I was like, okay, so we're going underwater, and sharks are going to bump their really spiky side into us, and we're not allowed to pull away. And also we have these sticks that we're going to feed them with, and the stick is only like arm's length, really. So it's my arm length plus an arm length. That's the distance that the shark was away from me. But with all that, I was like, well, considering it's my destiny, because now I've decided it's my destiny to die by shark eating. I mean, I'm not gonna, please, like, don't throw me in a tank of hungry sharks. If it happens, then it happens. But like if I'm vacationing in Australia and a shark comes out and eats me, then that's fine. But please, like, don't go trying to, attempt that. But I felt like that was it. So I kind of was I guess it's gonna happen. I've already sent the I love you text messages that needed to my parents, because really that's all they needed. Going shark diving. Actually, I didn't tell them that. I was just like, oh, in case anything, I love you. So I'd kind of made peace with it. So I was like, now I want to kiss it. So somebody else was feeding a shark, and I got like close enough so that I could kind of like touch it. And so I was touching. I was like, yeah, you feed, and we were doing that a couple times. Oh my god, that's my arm. Oh, you didn't say it. Well, you're supposed to spot me on it. Yes, that's what we were also doing down there. We were spotting each other on how to, pet and whatever. Other people really experienced it. This other couple had gone many times, like 500 times maybe. Okay, like 5 times, but it's a lot of time to go shark petting. Like a lot. Like I've gone, it's a thrill in it, but that many times, it's just. Anyways, I feel like this has gone on too long. So anyway, we were spotting each other, you pet, and then I was like, oh, yay, like I really want to, touch it. And so I wanted to just kiss it. I was just like, oh, I want to kiss it. So wanted to kiss it. It was moving away. So I literally just grabbed its tail, and it touches my lips. And the shark's like, oh my god, what's got my tail? And I'm like, no, it's happening, and it's all because I pushed the bounds. And I've been bit by in the face. I had reconstructive surgery on part of my face. Yeah, this is the side. I only know because of the bone, I could feel it. But anyway, because actually I didn't get too personal with the dog, but the dog just was not in a good mood, and I was there, and it leaped and bit my face. I was like, it's the same side, it's definitely good. And that was my experience with sharks. So yeah, if you guys ever want to go shark diving, you should definitely do it. Don't die, but if you do, it's your own damn fault. Don't go into the lion's den if you don't want to come out with a few kitty cat scratches. And maybe some hair, because they're furry. But in the water, you're definitely might get a bit or nibbled on, and you might you'll come out sopping wet, obviously. No hair down there, so you don't have to worry about the lint roller. You don't have to lint roll your clothing. That was a plus side. Also, you're not wearing clothing, you're wearing a wetsuit, so unless you went in a bikini, in which case, bravo, just exposed skin. And we were also up there. The guy was like, do you guys have any questions? Everybody's questions revolved around blood. Everybody's like, if I have my period, am I gonna get bit in the ass by a shark? Another guy's like, my thumb, it was almost cut off like 2 months ago. I just had it surgically. It's not really. Do you think they'll detect that? Like everybody was just like that. She's like, yeah, I had a nosebleed yesterday, and I was just wondering. And then I was like, yeah, I have a question also. I'm flesh.